What's up, guys? Welcome back again to your HeroClix headquarters. Today, we've got the Avengers first appearance Iconix to unbox for you. Again, I know this one came out a while ago already, but it has been taking me a little while to catch up on just all the Iconics that have been coming out. So this one is one I was really looking forward to, though. Actually, what took a while was my store ordered this with Black Panther, and that got pushed back so long. I guess they didn't send it until they sent all the Black Panther stuff. And yeah, it took me a little while to even film this. But without further ado, let's take a look here. This set is super cool. As a huge Avengers fan, you know, I'm loving the Avengers love here. So we do get Loki and then all the original Avengers. And then you got that awesome comic appearance there. So yeah, it's super cool. I love all the details just on the box alone. So let's just get this open and take a look. All right, so let's see here. We got the card stuck down here at the bottom. There we go. All right, so let's start off with my personal favorite, Iron Man. He's got the Avengers, Stark Industries, Armor, Past, and Scientist keywords. And his first trait says when Iron Man is given a move action after resolutions, remove an action token from him. That's a pretty cool little shout out to the original Avengers team ability, which, you know, used to do exactly that. But I do love the current iteration a lot more for that +1 attack. But yeah, it's cool. He can like carry somebody up with him and then just remove his token and get ready to fight next turn. And then his defense power, Invincible. Once per turn, when another friendly character with the Avengers team ability is hit, that character may use Invincible for that attack. I really like that. That's like the main reason that I want to use this guy. Just handing out Invincible, you know, it is only once per turn when somebody with the Avengers team ability gets hit. But still, you know, if you run enough of them on your team, you got a lot of options. It's really good for some of those squishy characters like Ant-Man and Wasp here, or like if you play Hawkeye or somebody like that. So it's really nice to just be handing out that damage reduction. But he's coming in at 75 or 50 points. For 75, you got some running shot, perplex, and that special power. Of course, some flight. Only a 4 range. I would have liked maybe 5 or even 6, but it is like old school Iron Man, so I can understand a short range on him. And then for 50 points, you got sidestep, penetrating blast, and again, that special defense power. So I'm kind of tempted to play him at 50 a little bit more just to kind of help out the team. But looking at the back of his card, he has a special damage power that says modify Iron Man's combat values by +1 for each other friendly character that can use this power. We are the Avengers. So that means pretty much all the other Avengers in this set, if you play them all together, then they all get +1 stats for each other one that has this power, which basically means, you know, there's 4 characters here that gets you a +3 all stats if they are all on that power. The only thing that sucks is that it's all on like the back half of their dial, so each and every one of them has to be injured. But I mean, hey, +3 all stats. Even if you're like last click, Iron Man would still be like 12 attack, 19 defense, 5 damage. So that's not too bad at all if your opponent manages to, you know, get some damage in on all your characters without actually KOing any. They could all get really, really strong. Next up, let's take a look at the Hulk. He's got the Avengers, Brute, Monster, and Scientist keywords. He has a trait free once per game. Remove all action tokens from Hulk and destroy all terrain markers adjacent to him. That's pretty freaking good. I'm not going to lie. That's, you know, he's just double tokened. And you just say, yeah, free, remove those tokens. You know, if he's blocked in by a bunch of barrier or something, you just smash all that. And then, you know, go smash the opponent. So that's a pretty awesome trait. Even if it's once per game, that could be huge to just, you know, swing the momentum back in your favor there. And then he has charge, and once per turn, another friendly character with the Avengers team ability can use charge. Not bad. Again, you know, giving some move and attack to your friendlies is awesome. And for 75 points, he's got that special move power with a 10 movement, which is pretty awesome nowadays. 12 attack, super strength, 19 invulnerable, and 4 damage. And then for 50 points, he's still got that special move power with 11 attack, 18 invul, and 3 damage with close combat expert. So he's still hitting 12 for 4, He just does not start with the super strength on that click, unfortunately. And then again, on the back half of his dial, he's got the We Are the Avengers trait to get +1 for each other character with that power. So yeah, not too bad. I actually like him quite a bit. I feel like I just did a new top 5 Hulk list, and then we just got like 2 really good Iconix Hulks with this one and the one in the first appearance Wolverine set. So, they could shake up the list a little for sure. This one is pretty great. Honestly, for 75 points, he's got 9 clicks, decent stats the whole way until like his last click pretty much. And then, yeah, I mean, handing out charge to people, being able to remove his action tokens once per game, not bad at all. This dude is a pretty great version of the Hulk for Avengers teams. Next up, we got Thor. He's got the Asgardian, Avengers, Deity, Scientist, and Warrior keywords. And another very interesting trait here, plasticity. When Thor attacks before rolling, he may place an adjacent opposing character into any other square adjacent to himself. So that allows you to reposition somebody that you're about to hit, like if you want to put them behind you or something, so that it gives other friendly characters, that line of fire to shoot them after his attack is over or something like that. That's pretty awesome. He's also got a 6 range, flight, hypersonic, 18 invulnerability, 3 damage, range combat expert. So that's kind of annoying to me that he's got range combat expert, which is incentivizing range attacks, while also having this really awesome trait that places adjacent opposing characters before he attacks. If he had some like improved targeting for make range attacks while adjacent, that'd be really nice. And then at 50 points, he just has some phasing and support, which is a little odd, but that's because he was Donald Blake Thor at this time. So that's why he's got those doctor skills to support people up. Taking a look at the back of his card, his special attack power gives him knockback, and once per turn when another friendly character with the Avengers team ability hits, they may knock back all hit characters. So that's really awesome, and again, that is really good for his placement effect, so you can put them where you want them to knock them back into a wall or off a ledge or something, or again, just back towards your team so that they can swoop in and finish them off. A really powerful effect to have. And then he, of course, has that We Are the Avengers damage special on the back half of his dial like the rest of them. So all in all, a pretty interesting version of Thor. He does some pretty interesting things. Giving somebody knockback on all hit targets can be really good. But anyway, let's move on to Wasp and Ant-Man, which sounds wrong to me. I feel like we've had duos of them in the past that were always Ant-Man and Wasp. And, there's the movie Ant-Man and Wasp, so in my mind, I want to say Ant-Man and Wasp all the time, and I'm just seeing now that it's Wasp and Ant-Man, and that just looks wrong in my head. But getting past that, they have the Avengers and Scientist keywords, and they have a trait, Ant Tunnel Cave-In. When Wasp and Ant-Man hits after resolutions, you may give each hit character an action token and remove any non-debris terrain markers in those characters' squares from the game. So that's pretty awesome. Just giving out tokens on hit and removing like any hindering terrain they might be standing in or elevated terrain they might be standing on actually is pretty awesome. Could potentially give them some knockback damage for, just breaking the floor underneath them like that. Looking at their dial though, they got 5 range double target, which is pretty good. You got some outwit, super senses, and for 50 points, precision and empower and some energy shield. So, of course, they're tiny size. They're going to be hard to hit with the energy shield and tiny size. That's a 20 from range. And, you got to love a tiny size empower. That's really super useful. Just carry them around with anybody, get that empower. But taking a look at the back of their card, their special movement power is free, choose one, move Wasp and Ant-Man up to 3 squares. So you got like a super sidestep. That's pretty good. Or make an attack, which is even better. Free attacks are always good. Like I said, carry them up with somebody, get that in power, then boom, free attack. And then they also have once per turn when another friendly character with Avengers team ability hits after resolutions, you may give a hit character an action token. That's really freaking good. So not only do they have that to give a token on hit, but they can give that to another Avenger as well. So as long as you're hitting your attacks, that's an extra 2 action tokens you're handing out to people every turn. I like that a lot. And then, of course, they have the We Are the Avengers trait there on the back half of their dial like the rest of them. I gotta say, as far as these go, I think Wasp and Ant-Man are my favorites. I think they bring a lot of utility there with the free attack, tiny size and power, precision strike, 5 range double target. Yeah, some really, really good stuff there. And letting other Avengers give out an action token when they hit is really good as well. So yeah, I gotta say, Wasp and Ant-Man, I think my favorite overall, followed by Hulk, and then Iron Man, and then Thor. But they are all very interesting versions of the characters, and I gotta say, the sculpts look great, like they're ripped right out of the comic book page, so, you know, props for that. Last but not least, we have Loki. You know, you gotta have a good villain to fight. And this is one of the best Lokis I think we maybe ever had. He's got Asgardian, deity, and mystical keywords. Has traded mind control and mind control as free, but only if an opponent's force has 2 or more characters more than your force. And when Loki uses mind control, if he's 300 points, instead of rolling to hit targeted characters, become hit. That's freaking amazing. If he's 300 points, he just automatically hits, and its mind control is free if there's more characters, 2 or more characters in your force, so, you know, it's going to be that way for a while. And then, let's see here, he also has a 50-point line, but man, his stats are pretty crazy. 300, you got 9 movement, stealth, 12 attack, 19 impervious, 4 damage. Then for 50, he starts with plasticity, pulse wave, super senses, and outwit. And let's take a look at the back of his card here for the rest of his specials. He's got another trait, which gives him prob control. And when he uses it to reroll an attack and the attack misses, after resolutions, he may deal 1 unavoidable damage to the attacker. So that's really good with his, 19 defense top dial, or, he's got super senses on the later parts of it. So if you prob it and then they miss, even if you roll super senses and make a miss, that's 1 unavoidable damage. And he also has mystics, so even if they hit him, they're taking mystics damage either way. He's also cosmic energy, I should point that out, that's really good too. But yeah, then his special attack power, other characters within range can't be given free actions. That's pretty nuts. A lot of people have been talking about the new Beetlejuice shutting down free actions. This guy can shut down all the other free actions within range, so that's pretty good too. And then his special damage power, shape change, and improved targeting, blocking characters, elevation, and hindering. So he can just see straight through everything for those special mind controls that automatically hit without needing to roll. And yeah, so that's a pretty great dial when you take a look at all that. 6 range, just seeing through everything. 12 attack for that mind control and shutting off free actions. Prob traded, 19 impervious, shape change also, and if they miss attacking him, then they get an unavoidable. And if they hit him, they take a mystic. So I think this dude's pretty freaking nuts. A lot of fun at 300. Not too bad for 50 either. You'd have prob, outwit, super senses, pulse wave, and if they have more characters, you got mind control, and you still have mind control as free if they have more characters than you, so not too bad. And if he takes exactly 1 click of damage, he gets that cool shutting off free powers, so that's not bad. You can always pull some elevated out from under him and give him a click of damage yourself to shut off your opponent's free actions within range. Well, it's other characters, so it'd be yours too. But yeah, I don't know, really, really good Loki. Definitely one of the strongest Lokis we've ever had. So yeah, this set is pretty freaking awesome, especially if you're a big Avengers fan. I think it's like a must-have for Avengers fans because, it's so classic. You gotta love the classic looks. There's a lot of really great dials in here. Some really interesting takes on them too. Like I think the Thor does some really different things since he is Donald Blake and everything and not like Thor Odinson. But yeah, very cool dials. I really, really like the Ant-Man and Wasp a lot. Like I said, the Hulk's really good. The Loki's amazing. Very cool stuff. So let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments below. Have you already enjoyed playing with it? Like I said, I know this set came out like a couple months ago, but I'm finally just getting around to unboxing it myself. Is my take correct, do you think? If you've been playing with the figures, do you think I'm pretty close on how good some of them are or aren't? Let me know. I don't know. But if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button. It does help me out a lot. And don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And if you'd like to help support the channel even more, check the links in the description for the Patreon or hit the join button down there for the YouTube memberships. Either way, as little as $1 a month gets you entered into my monthly giveaways. So make sure to check that out if that interests you. But that's going to do it for this one, you guys. Thanks again so much for watching. Till next time, this has been HeroClix Headquarters, signing off.